Hey, so I wanted to show you guys quickly how I would adjust a track, whether it needs to be condensed, whether it needs to be broken up, or anything like that. And so I'm just going to give a quick tutorial on this. So I want to do gratitude. Some of these have already been done, but I'm just showing you how I did them after the fact because I thought it might be helpful. So what I did is our original file is gratitude, Red Rocks worship in a. I don't want this to be a long version, so this is it's Brandon Lake and Red Rocks kind of updated it. So what I want to do is, first thing I want to do is, before I try to just shorten just this track and then make this one and transpose it and do all that, first thing I want to do is I just want to create a whole new adjustment. So I want to transpose this from A to D. This has already been done for us, so it'll automatically put this into D. Now I've erased this track from before, but hold on one second. So I went ahead and retransposed that and just didn't have you wait on that. So here we have our transpose track from A to D. What I want to do is I'm going to download this track. All right, this button here will download it. And if you're using a Mac, which is what I'll be doing all of this through, it'll automatically download to our downloads file down here for a quick grab. Okay, so I have that there. What I want to do now is, because we're again using a Mac, we're going to open GarageBand, empty project. I do audio that connects a guitar or bass. It doesn't matter, honestly. So it'll pull up a guitar. That's of no use to me. But what I want to do is I want to grab this downloaded track and I want to bring it up here. Okay, and then I can go ahead and get rid of this guitar one because I'm not going to be utilizing that. All right, so now I have the full track. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use just two fingers, my thumb and my pointer, and I'm going to go from outside to in, pinch them together to make that kind of seeing the whole track here, okay? Now I know in the song, it goes from the normal regular song, this is the live version, and it goes big, and then it has a down chorus, and then it goes back up again. So what I want to do is I want to kind of find that mark ish of where it would turn down the volume so it doesn't blare you, where we're going to end the song, okay, because we're shortening it. So I'm going to just play here and see if we're at the right spot. Not that much on. It's almost done here. Alright, and we want to stop around here, so let's give it just one more second and then we'll stop it, okay? What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to double click, do two finger touch on the track, and I'm going to split it, playhead. What this does is it takes our track, and right at that point it makes a mark, okay, and it separates it into two different audio files or audio track things, okay? Because I'm not using this other side, I can go ahead and get rid of it, and that way I'm just working with this track. Now, because let's just make sure we're about at the right point. Perfect. Okay, so it abruptly stops there. I could take this file and totally just be done with it, and just share it just like I'm going to show you how. But let's just take another second and let's do a mix, and let's do a create a volume fade out. This will just make it a little bit easier to listen to, okay? So what this does is this will give you kind of like a, let's pinch in here and I'll show you. It kind of gives you a fading out effect of the volume. We don't need to fade it from all the way back here where this is fading from. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this top one here. All right, and we're going to move this to about just the last second here, okay? And just like right in here. That'll be perfect. And so that'll just give us a fade out. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to share this to music, which on a MacBook is this. It used to be iTunes, but it's music now. I'm going to name it Gratitude Short One. Okay. Because I've done this a couple times now. So I'm going to share this. And see here, it says M4A. Okay. So what I want to do is, I recently added, we'll pause here. I found Gratitude Short One, okay? As you can see, I've done this a couple times. What I want to do is I just want to click on it once, and that'll open just that file, okay? And then I'm going to do a right click or two finger click, and I'm going to go and show in Finder. See how it says M4A? We're going to change that to MP3 like these other guys that I've done. And we're just going to go in here. We're going to soft click on it. So we're not going to double click. We're just going to click on it once and then just give it a second, and it'll be able to change the file name. Okay. So I'm going to highlight the M4A portion. I'm going to change that to MP3, and I'm going to hit enter. And it'll ask me if I did it right, if I meant to do that, and I'll say MP3, and that's what I want to use. So it changed that to MP3. And so what we want to do here is now we have this file, and it's ready to be used. And so I'm going to go back to Chrome here. I've already done this once, but I'm going to show you again here. Okay, so I'm going to open Finder. I have this short MP3 that I've worked with. I'm going to just drag this and I'm going to drop it right in here. Okay. And we'll just give that a second to finish up. And then once this is done, then we're done. I'm going to erase it because I've already done this. And I know that it works. But actually, before you erase anything, always just double check. Did that play through? Done. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to delete this one. All right. That is how I would shorten a track. Okay. Now, because I'm only going to use this in a short version for now, I can always redo a transposition from the original transposing. But because I only want them to hear one track, I'm going to delete this long one that I transposed from earlier. Okay, because that's generally we just want them to hear one track so they're not confused about which one they're using. And so I can work from this one now. I can make chord charts. I can do anything that I want from just that short version. I can try and transpose this track, but generally you're going to want to kind of go through a different process of transposing from the big one and then doing this process again, or else you work with it a lot and it makes it a short, ugly file that's not what you want it. So if you go through this process, I know it's a little bit of a process, it'll help you get a good workable file. It may sound like a chipmunk, but again, this is for the band and not for personal use listening. Okay, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. Otherwise, hopefully this was helpful for you. Talk to you next time.